Hello, my name is Sophie Sherwood and I'm here to show you how to make chemigrams. Things you will need: black and white darkroom paper, Ilford or Countmere, soda crystals, vitamin C powder or crushed tablets, instant coffee or 30 grams of green leaves, I use potato plant, darkroom fixer or saline solution, paintbrush or sponge, measuring jug, 2 containers, freshly picked plants for printing with, a couple of empty bottles, apron and gloves. So here I am picking my potato plant to make potato developer today. I will give you the recipe later on in the video. We just want the leaves from this, and what you want to do is steep it overnight in boiling water. I made 500 milliliters for this video. It's worth noting that I got this recipe from Hannah Fletcher in one of her plant developer workshops. If you want to know more, please go and check out her website. I've also got soda crystals and vitamin C and my darkroom paper. As you can see, it's gone very brown. That's what we want, and I've got a container here that I'm going to pour it into. I'm not going to strain it today, but you can choose to do that if you want. I'm going to mix it together with the soda crystals and vitamin C, which have ground down using a pestle and mortar, and I'm going to be mixing that in with the potato juice together in this container. So I'm just going to pour it out. It smells pretty bad, I've got to say. There we go, nice and brown. I'm also going to squeeze out any excess juice, as we don't want anything to be wasted, and this can be put in your compost bin afterwards. So yes, please recycle if you can. So we're going to put soda crystals and vitamin C in with this potato juice. I'm using 3 teaspoons of soda crystals today and 2 teaspoons of vitamin C with 500 milliliters of potato juice. And you want to make sure that that's properly mixed together and properly dissolved before using it. This can keep in the fridge for up to a week. I'm not concerned about the temperature today, I'm just using this thermometer as a stirrer. I'm going to use the paintbrush and sponge to get a bit creative with this fogged paper. Fogged paper is perfect for chemigram process. This means that it's been exposed to light previously, and we want to make sure that it's the right way up. That's usually the cream side rather than the white side, but some papers do differ. I almost always use resin coated paper. I'm just going to use my paintbrush, I think, with this piece of paper, and I'm just going to paint onto the paper in a creative way. I want to go over it a few times so that we can start to see the results quicker. You can leave it and let it develop. If you agitate the mixture more, you get quicker results, basically. I'm just splattering onto the paper as well to get different textures and different dynamics to the image. Keep mixing the solution as you go along as well. I'll go over it a third time to make sure. As you can see, the paper is changing colour where the chemistry is, so we're having a reaction, and that's what we want. I'm going to do another print in a slightly different way this time. This is the black and white Countmere paper again, and I'm going to put my hand in it this time and pop it onto the paper. I wouldn't recommend putting your hand in for too long, so yeah, just a few seconds should be fine. I'm going to leave it on the paper for about 15 seconds. This part of the video has been sped up. You can see that it's going dark in that blobby bit that I accidentally spilled. And as you can see, it's really effective and it highlights the edges of the handprint really well. This is the finished print. It goes much darker and develops the longer you leave it. I'm going to use colour paper for this with the sponge. And we want to get a good coating on the sponge and just blob it on creatively. And as you can see, there is bits of the dye that are being removed, the blue dye that is on the paper. That is particular to colour paper. And the sponge has gone a bit green because it's yellow, so it's mixed those colours together. Here's the final image, which has been washed in water a bit, which is why it's paler. This is one that I made earlier where I put some weeds in my garden in the potato developer and laid them on the paper. The dye has come off again, but as you can see, there is some definition coming out from the texture of the plants. And here's the resulting image, which I didn't wash in the water this time. I'm just going to do some chemigrams outside now. I've got normal Ilford paper, and I've got Ilford developer, and I'm just sort of showing that you can use normal developer from a darkroom in this chemical chemigram process too. I'm covering some lemon balm leaves in the developer, and I've also got a pot of fix here, and I'm just going to pour some out into the cap as we don't need much. I'm going to cover the other leaf in some fix so that we can see the difference between covering something in fix and covering something in developer. You just need to lightly tap it against the paper to make sure it's making contact. You can also lay a piece of glass over the top if you want. I'm going to be covering this leaf in Vaseline so that it's creating a barrier against the chemical reaction on the paper and means that we're making a relief print. Get a good coating and then press it against the paper. We want to press it quite hard onto the paper to get a good contact. And I'm just going to try some aloe vera alcohol gel in this corner because I've never done that before, so why not? I'm leaving a patch of the paper bare so that you can see clearly what colour the paper goes in the light as we do this process. As you can see, the alcohol gel is having a good reaction. I'm not sure that that's going to stay there though, but I do like that effect. So now I'm moving the leaf covered in developer so you can see underneath that it's gone much darker, and that's the fix. So in essence, developer goes black and fix goes white. Those lasting shapes are from the paper being exposed to light. Now I'm just going to experiment with dribbling on different chemistry. I'm starting with the developer. This will make the paper go black, as you can see. I'm painting on with the leaf that I used before, and I'm being quite liberal with the application. I'm going to use some fix on top of the developer, but it's important to note here that if you mix developer and fix together, you create ammonia, so you have to be quite careful if you're doing this inside. In fact, probably just do it outside. This will create a nice sort of burn effect once the print is finished. Here's the resulting image, and you can see where the Vaseline has been and stopped the chemical reaction on the paper. That was Chemigrams for Real Photography Company with Sophie Sherwood. Thank you for watching.